Tom, you're going up against a defense that you practice against extensively. How difficult is it to prepare for them? Guys like McCourty, Hightower, Jones, who kind of know your tendencies and know what you like to do with the ball in certain situations. How difficult has it been to prepare for them other than a normal opponent this week?
I think it's probably most difficult to play against them. I think preparing is one thing. I think playing is a whole nother thing. So they're a lot of great players, obviously well coached. They all play hard, tough, smart. I know those guys really well. So they're great friends. It'll be fun to compete against them. Started on the practice field quite a bit, but obviously a game's going to be quite a bit different.
Tom, Byron was talking about, obviously you played in emotional games before, like a Super Bowl. I guess how would that compare? It's not the magnitude, clearly, of playing for the Lombardi, right? But I guess how would you compare the emotions of going back to a familiar place to like maybe other emotional games you played in?
I'm not sure. I haven't done it yet. So, you're right. I played in a lot of big games. It's a big game for our team, a big game for our guys. We had a tough loss last week. We want to get back on track, get back to winning. We got to do things the right way. Obviously, this team challenges you to do it the right way. They do a lot of difficult things for the offense. So, it's going to be a big challenge for us.
Visualization is such a big part of your game and what you do. Have you visualized some of those little things, like just running through the opposing tunnel and being in the opposing locker room and hearing the fan reception? Have you thought about some of those things and visualized them at all?
Not much. Just again, I try to just be like I said the other day, I always feel like I put 100% into it. So, I use the time as wisely as I can and try to just do what I always do and communicate with our guys, try to put us in the best position to be successful. That thing's really annoying.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is obviously
Is that every day?
Just like you're having to block out any emotions, we have to block out the noise.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
this is obviously a very emotional week for you. You're going to look out at the sideline, not just everyone wants to make it Brady versus Belichick, but there's also relationships. Josh McDaniels, Slates, David Andrews, all those guys. How do you manage those emotions without even getting into the fact that you could be the NFL's all-time passing leader after this game?
I haven't thought too much about it. I just going to try to do what I always do. Go be a great quarterback. Obviously understand the opponent, and I know all those guys. They're some of my great friends. They will be for the rest of my life. So I know a lot of coaches, players, the owners, the staff. It'll be great to see everyone after the game, but up until game, I'm focused on trying to go win a football game.
Tom, you reached out. I don't know how much you've seen of Mac Jones, but just your initial impressions of him.
I haven't seen him much at all. Yeah.
You reached the hoarseness in your voice. You were yelling over the piped-in voice.
Yeah, that was loud today. So I don't know. I've had a few of these days. I don't know what the deal is. So I got to try to figure this out. I said my throat's more tired than my arm. Imagine that.
We went through this during the summer.
Same thing. I know. It came back.
Conditioning.
I know. Very strange. Something must be a little up.
Hydration, too. What's
I know.
that?
I can't explain it. So
Lemon tea.
yeah,
Tom, how
I'm on
much
it.
of an advantage is it for you to know the defensive personnel and the scheme that you're going to see on Sunday?
They're really well coached. Obviously they got a lot of great players, smart players. They're going to be in the right spot. They prepare really well. Obviously, being there for a long time, I know how well they prepare. And I think you put great preparation with great players, it makes for a great defense. And they have one of the great defenses in the league. And Dante and Kyle, Jawan, Matt Judon's a great player. Obviously, the guys up front, Lawrence, Dietrich, I know those guys really well. John Jones, Devin, Kyle Duger, Adrian, JC's a great player. Jalen Mills I played against. So I'm pretty familiar with kind of, who they are, what they do. We just got to go do a great job against it. But they're going to make it challenging. It's going to be a very, very, very tough game.
Tom, you reached out to Richard Sherman to get into your veteran guy jumping into a new situation as you did last year, and he said he has his "I'm still mad, bro" jersey signed and it's safe. Just what has your relationship with him been like over your course of your career?
Yeah, it's great. I like Richard a lot. So got to know him on that one particular day out there. He was kind of young and brash and excitable, so I threw him a pick. That was the problem. I should never have tried him, but I didn't quite know the scouting report as well as I should have. He made a great interception. He was a Stanford wide receiver, Made him a DB. Obviously, he's great against go routes, and I try to throw him one at the seam to Deion Branch, so kind of regret that throw.
He's not the only, though, young, brash player where it seems like you kind of have a connection. I mean, Jalen Ramsey, you guys seem like you guys would jaw quite a bit when your team squared off. And we saw on NFL.com posted that video of you guys. I mean, it seems like you have an affinity for some of those kinds of players.
Yeah, we have a cool fraternity of guys. It's like I think there's a great – to make it to this point in the NFL, you got to be a great guy. You got to work hard. Got to be a real professional. And then, you see the guys that are really consistent year in, year out. They even take it to another level. And I think when I see that from a young player, I think I have a lot of appreciation for that because I know how challenging that is. And there's a lot of things that tug at you. There's a lot of things that change as you get older. But the guys that could stay really consistent with it end up, widening the gap between a lot of the other players because they just mature, they learn mentally and emotionally, and then physically, you got to maintain your skill level as long as you can. So a lot of those guys have done that.
Tom, will you have family there Sunday night? What's your ticket request situation been like?
A lot. First 4 weeks have been tough on me. The home opener and then California Patriots. So after this, I'm like done for the year. I'm tired of it. So maybe that's the problem with my voice.
I was going to say, what about Dad? Because you threatened to put him in a home.
I know.
Very relatable, but did you block him yet this week? Or how much have you heard from him?
Not much. I think he took the warning. So he's going to keep it nice and quiet.
Tom, Bill was extremely complimentary of you this week. It's not typical of him, although this isn't a typical week for him to be that complimentary of an opponent, but it's you. When you look back on your time with him, what do you appreciate the most about Bill Belichick?
I mean, he's a great coach, obviously a great coach, and has everyone prepared, does a great job of that. And obviously, I said before, taught me a lot, was a great mentor for me for a long time. And I really enjoyed my time in New England. And but at the same time, super excited about what we've done here. I got a great group of coaches here, an amazing group of guys that still motivate me and inspire me to be the best I could be for this team and this organization. And I've just had the last 18 months have been very fulfilling in a lot of different ways. And I love my football experience here as well. So I've been very blessed. I went high school football where I fell in love with that. I went to Michigan, which was amazing for me. Had its challenges, but I learned a lot. 20 years in New England was incredible. I learned a lot. Coming down here for a year and a half, I've learned a lot. So I have nothing but incredible thoughts, memories, emotions towards all the kind of football experiences I've had. And that's obviously one that was the longest. And I still have a lot of great friends there, but they know I want to kick their butt this week. So they'll know exactly how I'm feeling once I'm out there.
When you left up there, you met with Robert Kraft. Do you still know why Belichick didn't meet with you in person, why he took a phone call instead?
All those things are super personal. We had a great relationship. I think everything was handled the right way. We handled everything as gracefully as we could. It was an amazing, like I said, time, and it was handled perfectly. I think everyone understood, where we're at, the people involved in the situation, and things worked out for the best for all of us, and we're all trying to do the best we could do now. It's what happens in life. You go through these experiences, you don't know what life's going to lead, and I think the only thing I know how to do is give it all I can, in every day, moment, and the people who really bet on me, and I want to do really well for them. And Jason and Bruce, I think them coming into my life and saying, hey, we really want you to be here, it's been an amazing thing for me. So I'm just excited to go up there and try to beat a really great football team. That's ultimately what this week's about. It's not about the quarterback. It's not about, the fans or the home crowd or relationships of 20 years. It's about two good football teams going at it. And we got to do a great job. It's going to be a huge test. Last week was a huge test. We didn't quite meet it. This is another huge test. We got to go meet the challenge.